Good morning. It is Thursday, the 30th of September, last day of September. I pick up the story from 2 Kings 18, which I had shared briefly with you yesterday. And like a good Hollywood, Bollywood, or whatever other woods you get with the movie maker, you'll have to come back tomorrow to get the final rundown of what happens. But just to refresh your memory, the king of Assyria has already defeated the 10 tribes calling themselves Israel, and they effectively no longer exist. The king of Assyria is now attacking Judah. As I explained yesterday, because the people of Judah under King Hezekiah had turned back to the Lord, and they were not worshipping the gods of Assyria. They were not paying tribute to Assyria. They were saying, we trust in the Lord. And that was a good thing. This is credited to Hezekiah as being a righteous act. And nevertheless, there's a consequence. And that's what we picked up on yesterday, that sometimes in doing the right thing, there's a consequence. Obviously, doing the wrong thing, there's also a consequence. It's an even worse consequence usually. But for Hezekiah and the people of Judah, the consequences that Assyria comes to attack them. They defeat many of the cities in the Judean hillsides, and they are now encamped against Jerusalem. And the commander of the army is standing at the gate, and he's talking to the representatives of the king who come out to him. All the people of Jerusalem, or large numbers of them, are clambering on the walls, listening in. And the commander of the Assyrian army is a very astute fellow, because he speaks in the language that everyone can understand, which I think was Aramaic at the time. It was the common lingua franca, even though Hebrew was the more official language, but he was speaking Aramaic in a very loud voice, so everyone could hear. And he was using psychology, saying, if you don't obey me and you choose rather to obey Hezekiah, then you're all going to be killed and taken off into captivity, and that will be the end of you. Families rent asunder, split apart, children separated, as it were, from their families. These are not the words that he uses, but this is the kind of emotive language that is being stirred up amongst the people. Everyone is terrified. They are facing the very end of their lives. Hezekiah himself is distraught. The people who go out, the representatives of the king, when they go back into Jerusalem, they tear their clothing. It's a symbol of being absolutely traumatized and bereft of hope. And we'll pick up tomorrow what Hezekiah does. But obviously, I think we can guess it's going to include praying quite hard and seeking the Lord's face and intervention. What is going to happen to the situation? This is death staring them in the face. Will they survive? Will they not survive? And in all of this, the little message for me, to you, and to myself to take away is maintain your faith. Do the right thing, but maintain your faith. So when the consequences go against you, know that God is on your side. If you do the right thing and you do it for God, God is on your side. If you do the right thing and you think it's the right thing, but it's not really what God wants, so prayer and hearing from God is terribly important. But the basic rule is always do the right thing. Commit it to the Lord and trust God. Hezekiah needed to trust God. How would God respond? What would happen to bring about their deliverance, if at all? Or is this truly the end, the consequence of their misbehavior in the past? They don't know. Come back tomorrow and I'll tell you. So our takeaway, maintain your faith, maintain your prayer, commit your life to the Lord and also your troubles to the Lord, and then wait on him. And let's see tomorrow how God answers that. Folks, have a good day. We'll chat again tomorrow. God bless.